very welcome back. So travel can be fun and eye-opening experience for children of all ages. There's new foods, experiences and sights, not to mention the quality family time.
Absolutely.
But travelling with children can be quite stressful. Who knew?
So here to help us organise the smoothest possible trip through those busy airports and motorways is Michelle Walsh-Jackson from The Novel Traveller. Good morning, Michelle. And the very best of luck with this now. Right.
Godspeed, let's go.
Shall we start? We'll start at the airport.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's a very stressful place to be for most people anyway. So you put kids into the equation and you kind of double and quadruple the stress. I think the first thing you do is you make a checklist for yourself before you go on holidays and make sure you have everything you need. Think of absolutely anything. Even if you're prone to cold sores, if there's those little tabs you can get to put on them, or, you know, special creams, if the kids are prone to eczema, whatever. Always have them. But the first mistake we all make is we pack too much. So don't pack too much in your bags. You really can save yourself, you know, inches of space by rolling your clothes very carefully. Also, if you've gone to the trouble of ironing them, it means that when you open them out, they're already, you know, they're
ready to go.
Very much. And I got my kids into the habit of packing from about the age of 5. I made it a chore before we went on holidays. And as well as that, you're putting the responsibility on them to remember things. And it's really good training for life.
Would you let your kids pack? Give them the shot.
They pack a little bag themselves, but it normally ends up with Lego.
Mine's the toy room and they've no clothes. I'm sending my kids to your house. Go on.
That's really good training. But remember, you get a 10K bag free, usually on charter flights and on long haul, so be aware of that. But I used to just bring as little as possible. Now, make sure that you have your chargers, your adapters, all those things you need. They all go on your
tech bag.
Absolutely, really, really important. And you know, getting a charger that really has plenty of charge in it, because that is what will keep the kids really amused at the airport. Family security, when you're going through the airport, there is a special lane for people with little children. Now, not older kids, like once your kids are kind of hardy enough and they won't let you through. But be honest, if you've got a lanyard, if there's a kid with special needs, always use it. Make sure that you...
Is that only in one terminal, though, in Dublin? I think it's only in Terminal 1, because it's not in Terminal 2. In Terminal 2, you just have to queue with your kids.
Yeah, well, you can always ask.
And they go queue.
But if you've got a special lanyard, or if you've got your very young kids.
If you travel through Spain and Portugal, are incredible for that. You move through so quickly, and it's just like literally the minute they see you with buggies.
Absolutely.
They fly you through.
And of course, do check the website, the DAA. Now, there were terrible problems this summer because of staffing issues, but it seems to be ironed out now. Everybody's saying Cork and Shannon didn't have those problems. Everybody sort of sailed through. But you go to the website and check up and give yourself an idea of what the wait times are. They're fairly accurate now. And I looked up this morning, it was 10 minutes.
Very good.
So they're moving.
Now, speaking of buggies, you're telling us to bring the buggy.
Well, definitely bring the buggy. I mean, most airlines will allow you a buggy and a car seat free of charge.
Right.
So just, you know, check that and you can check it in and it'll be there. You can bring the buggy right up to the gate too, usually, once it's been checked in.
It's that faff going through security, getting the...
It's worth, you know what, if you're like, I go through like military position, if you have everything ready, all the fluid, like all your bottles, everything ready to go, all in one bag, hand that through, fold your buggy down, get a compact buggy and go, but find out your far side, depending on where you're traveling to, and when you land into Dublin, you don't get your buggy. So just be aware that when you come off airside, you have to walk with babies. So just see if you have, even if you have a carrier, that's a lifesaver.
That's a great way with a small baby, an under 2-year-old. You know,
what about food then?
Packed lunch. You can actually bring babies formula. You can bring packed food through security. You don't have to worry about that. And there are certain snacks your kids will love. Make it easier when you're on the other side or on an aircraft. Now, you can actually pre-book lunches and breakfasts on some airlines. So go on the app, whatever airline you find, and find out what they can do. But, you know, kids do like their own food. Be careful going to America and Australia, because you can't bring any food off the aircraft. Very, very careful with that. Yeah, you can be pulled aside like for an apple. You'll be in terrible trouble.
Another great one is, as you mentioned, the tech bag. Is little games, handheld devices.
Well, do you know cards? And cards are a great kind of... So you can play loads of games with a deck of cards. I've sworn by them with my kids for years. And it's kind of, it gets their brain working too.
And colouring books, small little colouring books you can get in the airport, they're great.
When you're sitting on the plane, just suddenly take out a couple of little colours on it. The delight and the excitement.
Go Mary Poppins with the bag.
Oh, absolutely,
like literally keep pulling stuff out. I'm like, oh, you want this? Here you go. There we go.
Now, really important, sucky sweets, because you don't know how they're going to react. Their ears under cabin pressure. And years ago, you used to get your little sweets in the basket, not anymore, and have a plastic bag in case they get sick. That's really, really important, because you don't know how they'll react. You know?
So that's the air. If we're heading to if you're not going to travel and you're going to travel by car,
is it staycation or you're getting the ferry? You've got extra room, you've got that extra space, but make sure you've got plenty of space. And divide and conquer, because you don't want rows. So sometimes an adult traveling in the back might be a good solution if you know, if you feel that there might be issues. You just give them plenty of room. And use nap time. I used to take the kids out of bed like at 7 o'clock in the morning in their PJs and put them so that they were kind of disoriented. You put the blanket and the cuddly toy, and it's a great way of speeding up a journey, you know.
If it's a long journey, though, it is key, though, as you say in this next one, to maybe plan a pit stop.
Absolutely. Plan breaks and plan peace. There's actually a website, p.ie, which you can go on to, which shows you where all the public toilets are all over Ireland. That's kind of a very handy little app. But if you know you're going to be passing by somewhere like a pet farm or an aquarium or a lovely park that's great for kids, that could be where you stop and have your picnic lunch. You know, just by planning a little bit, you can make a lovely activity part of the whole journey.
Just breaks it up, doesn't it?
It breaks it up, it really does. Yeah, and same with that, your kids' food that they like, their favourite snacks, and car picnics are great
I saw you said about a roof rack in the notes, so just saw it there. I thought, do you know what have I been doing my whole life? We need a roof rack. I'm constantly just shoving stuff into the back of the car, or it's underneath their feet.
And when you've got 3 rows of kids in the car, the last fella's got suitcases up here.
Oh, she is always at the back and you see the top of his head. I'm like, are you okay back there?
Yeah, God love.
Now that we're all outdoorsy too, there are fantastic things like kayaks and paddle boarding and things that we wouldn't have tried before. Now that we've become more in touch with nature, and if you're doing a staycation, bring in equipment like that. Pop it up.
And the great thing about roof racks is wherever you go to buy it, they probably help you fit it and advise them what kind of rack you need. I love one of the notes where you say in the car, provide entertainment. The radio is a great one.
Do your own carpool karaoke. My kids always love to sing in the car. But of course, the handiest thing is those little cradle grips for the back of the headrest.
That's
and if the kids want to watch different programs, you can put your tablets or your phone.
It's all text and headphone in our house. So like Sadie goes in her bed, but the other 2 headphones on, and it's have headphones. Because Peppa Pig.
It's a treasure map for 3 hours in the car.
Exactly.
Michelle, thank you so much.
I hope
great
those tips
advice
help.
as always. They did.